Okay, start over from where you.
Oh my God. I don't know. Overcome poverty mindset, post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, I was just saying that, like, I think that this world is in a place where we've, like, the ascension processes had to be sped up because of, you know, the situation worldwide. And so we're going into, like, it's a different experience with shadow work than we've ever experienced, and it's much more intense. And at the same time, we're dealing with, like, physical issues, like, in our world of, like, you know, lack of abundance, maybe lack of jobs, maybe lack of, you know, opportunities, where it's a little bit more difficult to feel like you can attain your purpose. So I think a lot of it is, like, you're going to have to find new ways to, you know, have, like, achieve your purpose and your mission. And it's going to be scary because it's unknown. It's things that you've never done before. It's maybe, like, you know, maybe you have to move to a different place that you never thought you would, you know, like, you have to step into it and let the journey unfold, because the journey is going to lead you, you know, it's going to allow you to have, like, to achieve your purpose. But it seems like it's going to come off in a little bit scary way, a little bit like you might plan you might plan for something and it's like, oh, that plan is not going to work. And you might get a notification or some sort of, like, opportunity that you're like, well, I never thought I would do that, but I mean, I guess I have to do that. And that leads to
Yeah.
Or, like, I didn't think I was gonna live in fucking Iowa, you know, or wherever. Yeah. Like, but you meet somebody there that, like, you know, you end up teaming up with or something.
We'll probably all end this year in somewhere we never thought we would be.
Exactly. Like, like, end up on a journey that you just, like, it doesn't seem to make sense, maybe. And it seems like, oh my God, what in the hell?
I feel like we're gonna feel very blind.
Like, yeah, a lot of it.
We're just walking into everything blind.
Completely, yeah.
And so, you know, I think that this beginning of the year, with all of this internal work, this shadow work, coming to into your power, is really preparing you for that struggle, of that transition, and that really hard transition into your rightful place.
Exactly. And to know that, like, you know, when you're in this ascension process, it's like it's like, to come to the next point of your power, you have to understand that, like, you do have the power to overcome these obstacles, even if they're, like, out of your control, and that control is an illusion. And, you know, the more that you tap into your mental power, it's like you're going to be able to, like, navigate a little bit better, especially, like, when I was talking about staying grounded within, like, yourself and trusting your intuition. That's going to be more important than anything. And, like, don't listen, like, when we're talking about don't listen to the haters, because, like, some of the stuff that you're going to be doing is not going to seem to make sense to other people. It's going to seem like a little bit crazy or a little bit, like, foolhardy.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, stay the course, because, like, you're trusting your inner guide, and your inner guide is going to take you to the right place. Like, it's going to always lead you home.
Yeah, I think especially in the beginning of the year, that inner guide is just like, it's just like this strengthening. Yeah. And it's kind of like an internal battle, and, like, charging up to, you know, have this kind of breakthrough.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have all these tools and you're going to put them to use now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have to go through all this, like, shadow work and stuff to, like, be able to handle it for the next step. Because,
for sure.
Like, yeah, because, like, this is why we're kind of being forced into it. It's like the toughening up period. Kind of.
Sink or swim, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the theme that I see in the spread overall is like an oscillation between the light and the dark. And, you know, I think that experience, along with the travel, is really going to, like, force you to be in the present moment throughout the whole year. And like you said, like, going in blind, but having all the tools that you need in order to, like, get what you need to out of each situation and turn it into something that's beneficial for yourself and for the people around you, the lesson or a skill or something like that. I think it's exciting, but also really terrifying. But at the same time, there's also this undercurrent that, you know, your soul family and your guides and everyone are going to be with you for the whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's really the way that things are in the world right now. I think this year and this spread really is showing us that we're going to be breaking into completely new territory. That
Yeah.
there isn't really a roadmap yet for how this is going to look or how we're going to do it. It's just going to be, it looks like it's going to be a chaotic mess. And we're
Just
just,
kind of
we're just gonna have to trust our instincts in every moment. And yeah, I think like the most important thing at the very end, they talked about it in one of the cards of having those daily routines, the exercise and the self-care, the meditation, eating right. Those things are going to be like the foundation for the year. Like, I think if we keep those things in order, it will be easier to navigate the ups and downs.
yeah. Like it.
Totally laying the groundwork for something greater.
Yeah, and it feels also like, you know, like for years when things were a lot more complacent, like, and we had more time to kind of like, you know, ease into things a little better. We knew we had kind of an easier projection of how things were going to be.
Yeah.
You know, like we knew, like we had been practicing our spiritual work as light workers anyway. Like we have been talking about doing this stuff. We've been like, you know, in that mindset, but now it's like, this is the practical application of what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
We never really had to do it on this intense level, but now we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I've seen over the last, well, at least the last 15 years that I've been working is like people have been working very individually, like not that connected. Like I don't think that we have as many, we don't rely on each other as light workers as much as we could. I think that this next year is going to bring us more together because there's going to be more need for it.
Yeah.
Also, like with COVID coming out of that isolation and learning to work as a community again, and you know, not have that, you know, focus or on that self-preservation kind of, you know.
Yeah. It's like we're, you know, we're coming into a new world essentially. Like, you know, we have to, I mean, a lot has happened. So it's a new way of being, like totally.
It's really a lot to take in what's been happening.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
But we'll make it through it. And I think that all the trials and things will hopefully will just bring into really sharp focus the things that we really value and that are really necessary in our lives.
Yeah.
And we can cut away all of these things that are unnecessary distractions.
Yeah.
And I think that like it was really the biggest thing was like to remember who you are, like your purpose is so important. Like what makes you happy and what makes you passionate, and like to really nurture that instead of like hiding it away to fit into whatever mold that you think is supposed to be, or people think, you know, to please somebody else. It's really going to be even more important to be like really true to yourself and really like, because that's why you came here, is to shine that light of who you are, and like that is your purpose. And so
Follow what keeps that light aflame.
exactly, follow what keeps it aflame.
Yes.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, and it's gonna unfold.
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to stop the recording for real.